Welcome back to the BLAPCAST, the 5th installment. I think this is the 5th installment. It's been a little bit since we've done one of these because there have been things happening, you know? We've been busy people. There have been many interesting things we've done. However, we're back, and I am joined today by a set of co-hosts again, many of them returning, as well as one that hasn't actually been on yet, I think. Teemo, you haven't been on yet, right?
Yeah,
so how about you go first?
What do I say?
Introduce yourself.
What am I supposed to do?
You just introduce yourself. That's how podcasts work, right?
Oh, right. Oh, hi. I'm the guy that used to make pyro videos. I don't do that anymore.
Good enough.
Can't find
Good
on the
enough.
internet.
Now he just smells.
No, you.
Yeah, on that note, we also have Chloe joining us.
Hello.
On a smelly note, I guess. And
you?
we also have Hamaji joining us yet again, which is wonderful.
Hello.
Hello, my boy.
What?
So,
my boy? Wait,
let's...
what? Can we go?
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's exactly what it comes down to.
My boy.
Okay,
Oh God.
my boy. How about we, talk about why we didn't do a Blapcast, like, at least why this one is a little delayed. I mean, it's kind of obvious for anybody that follows the Blapature lore. We did like a charity stream, a 24-hour charity stream that was extremely difficult because it was very hot. Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was like a while ago actually now. Time flies. But we raised like 50 grand for charity. That's pretty cool. I like
glad I was involved.
children. I like raising money. Hamaji was very involved in that. Definitely wasn't on holiday.
I'm sorry, it's my family. I had no choice.
People forgot
Hey,
to
it
announce them.
happens to the best of us, really.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's crazy. That is a crazy amount of money. I don't think anybody expected that we would raise that much. I mean, we beat the goal again before even starting the event, and we set it at a much more ambitious amount than we did last year. So that's
I'm curious to
interesting.
see how much we raise next year.
According to Kyler, we raised a total of $51,000 and some other squash numbers in between. So that's the entire total added up of item donations and so on. I really do wonder, like, if it keeps increasing or not. That would be insane. But yeah, I know people are really antsy about the medals and when those are going to be rolling out. To be fair, I don't think anybody knows. Not even
it's
we.
a mystery.
It's really a mystery to us too.
It's like up to Valve now, isn't it? We just have
Yeah,
to wait
pretty
for
much.
them to send them out.
Oh wow,
That's
it
what it
won't
boils down
take
to.
any time at all. I'm sure with Valve.
Oh no, definitely not.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
They're a very
we've
fast
compiled
company.
the list. We've gotten all the donators together and stuff, but obviously it's up to when the scripts and stuff that we used to hand out actually start working. At latest, I can say probably like sometime next week they should be coming out. We'll also have a support line going live for that shit, so people can actually get in their Steam IDs if they forgot them. Usual stuff, you know. But yeah, obviously, huge thanks to all the donators.
Wait,
You'll be getting your
isn't
rewards
actual
soon.
support line? Like, can they call? Is like a Discord?
Yes, we'll set up a
Oh my
hotline.
God, that'd
we
be
can
so
have a
cool.
number.
Let's put it on the
1-800
code.
BLAP.
Call
1-800 BLAP.
1-800-BLAP.
No.
We'll
Just
get-
have
we'll get
someone
Soundswift
just
to
in the
make some
Blapature Code
hold
Discord, the
music.
public one. Just have someone in the voice chat like 24 hours, and they have no
Oh,
choice
God.
but to sit there.
What if you have a bot with like speech recognition, and then that bot can and then there's like 50 people in the voice chat, and they're all trying to speak, and the bot is just completely
Oh
like
my God,
confused.
That's amazing. We have to do that.
I would love to see that, but it's probably not going to
I
work.
wouldn't mind sitting there for an hour at least, like at most an hour. I wouldn't mind just helping
We'll
everyone.
just have alternating shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'd be
Could
the
probably
worst
work. I
support
mean,
line.
just like we did with that charity stream, right? So this is a question mostly for Chloe and Teemo because obviously Hamaji wasn't there. What were you guys' experience, especially like after the podcast, not the podcast, the charity stream? Because it was quite difficult. 24 hours of TF2. That's 24 hours of playing one game
It was a lot of
In the-
fun.
in the heat wave of summer.
Oh jeez, don't want to talk to me about it. I fell asleep for like what? I napped for 2 hours and then came back to the stream and I was awake for like 22 hours during the stream. After that I was super tired and then I just tried to go to bed and then with my like entire immune system and everything just shut down. My parents just come in and they're like, "Hi, we got the flu. Let's cheer!" And then I
That's great.
and then I was
Shoving
sick
their
for a
face in
week.
your face.
It
Oh.
was horrible. And they're gonna do the
Well, at
same
least-
thing
Teemo.
as soon as I go to I63 and come back. They're gonna be like, "Hi, we got the flu again. How are you doing?" Let's
At least
share.
they don't make you. At least they don't make you sick before the event.
No
So
worries,
you know,
no.
like after the event, like sure, it sucks being sick, but at least it's after the event, so it's not
Yeah,
that big
but,
of a deal.
Like they tend to, almost try and do that. But the thing is, I have a great immune system. I had I think I had bird flu and I had pig flu, swine flu as well, and I got rid
Wow.
of them pretty easily. The main issue was whenever I'm weak, they always come up with a disease. I don't know how they manage it. It's like their inner cult tells them that my immune system is down and they need to infect me before it goes back up.
They just keep them in a cupboard somewhere.
Keep them at the ready, like in mason jars. Like, oh, okay, let's see, what do we have today? What mixture can we create here? For myself personally, with the charity stream, I mean, I had to host more than I was, set in to host for again, which I don't really mind. I don't mind being a cameraman. It's just, it was kind of rough eventually.
Yeah, it was a shame about all the technical errors.
Yeah, that's obviously something as well. The technical errors, we couldn't really do much against them, and eventually we managed to work our way around them. But yeah, like sleep was kind of scarce for me too. It wasn't really all that great. Especially with the heat as well. Like it was probably 40 degrees in my room throughout that weekend, and that was not good. Like I remember when I left before Willen took over for the last part of the stream. I like took a little nap before dinner. And like when I woke up, I was just dripping in sweat because it was so warm in my room.
God.
Like it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Same.
It's sad that I got the AC like a week after when the heat wave
Yeah, I
stopped.
saw
But oh
that.
well.
That was an amazing tweet.
At least I have an AC now, so hey, next summer can come. I'm ready. I'm ready,
Finally.
dude.
I think I'm quite lucky in that my room is near a room my room is just drafty in general, and it's in a part of the house where it doesn't really get much sunlight, so it's just nice and cool. But
That's
it
very
sucks in the
lucky.
winter.
Who cares? I'd rather be cold than warm. Like you can always put on
Yeah.
more clothing.
In the winter,
the
I
thing.
get to wear snuggly jumpers.
That's
I
one
get, to
part.
wear,
That's
I
quite
get
fun.
to wear stupid Christmas jumpers that jingle.
Oh,
Oh, sorry about the door sound in the background.
Yikes!
That's
ooh.
why I'm on push to talk.
Fair. Yeah, so that's really all we have to say though. Obviously, yeah, again, reiterating, thanks for all the people that supported the stream, supported the event, and donated. You're all awesome people. Honestly, that's a shit ton of money we've raised, and it's crazy that we were able to raise that much for the children. The badges will be coming soon. Let's move on to a different topic. We're already talking about summer, we're already talking about TF2 a little bit. It's like less than a week away. I-63. I-63.
I'm
I
scared
am
to go now.
I am extremely excited.
I am too. I've got the whole week off work. I'm so hyped.
I'm gonna have a great old time. Like I'm gonna go there Thursday morning. I'll be there and I'll set everything up. I'll even play video games. Feels like I might actually still be able to get onto a team, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Are you gonna
being
be
able
in
to actually
BOC?
play in a tournament. Like I'm gonna be playing. Yeah, I'm gonna be by OC. I'm gonna try to play in the tournament, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's just I'm actually just so excited to just meet with people again. Just have a fun time at LAN.
It's gonna be nice.
All
Last
days.
year,
Yeah,
I
dude.
think I came on Saturday and left on Sunday, so it'll be nice. I'm doing Friday to Sunday this year, so I'm going to have one whole day, which will be nice.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good.
same.
It was a problem for me last year because school actually started again before LAN was, so I could only go for the weekend. So I had to like arrive Saturday noon and then leave Sunday evening,
Weren't
which was
you
really
also
bad.
stuck in the airport for a while because one of the guys had a medical condition or something?
No, there was a guy that had a medical condition, but I wasn't stuck in the airport because of it, because it was a different gate, and that was like that was in Frankfurt, so on my trip to Birmingham.
Was
I'm-
it?
But yeah,
was
that
it
was-
RT who was stuck in the airport for a while on the way back?
No, I literally found him in the front. He was just looking at his phone like, hey, where are these people?
Oh no, I mean when we were leaving.
Oh, I don't
I,
remember.
s- I, s- I swear on WhatsApp, like one of you was saying you were in the airport for ages. It might have been you actually, Teemo.
No, it wasn't me. I just had to go all the way back, all the way back to London because I arrived at
All
London
right.
and stayed with my aunts.
Hmm.
And this year I'm super scared Because I need to first arrive at Germany and then wait there for 6 hours and then arrive at Birmingham.
I looked at your flight. The flight to England goes through Stockholm, which is in Sweden. But, you know,
Yeah,
same thing, really.
Yeah, functionally the same.
Anyway. Okay, wrong countries. But both of them require, like... What I checked on the internet, it says I don't need a transit visa because I already have a visa for UK. But the plane site suggests that I will need a visa for Germany and Sweden for this. So I'm
Which shouldn't be a thing.
Wait, did
Yeah,
you
I'm
say
spooked
visa?
because they're gonna be like, haha, you don't get to leave airport now. And then I'm gonna like, fuck, what I do? I'm spooked.
Like that's the thing. Usually, I think at least I'm under the impression that airports are like international grounds. So as long as you stay within the confines of the airport, or more specifically the gates area, you shouldn't be affected by that at all because you're just in transit, right? You're not technically on the ground of the country. Because at least that's how I remember airports work, as like international ground, where those kinds of visas and stuff don't apply. Usually,
Wait, you
at
say
least.
visas?
That's what the transit visa is for. Transit visa means
Yeah,
that you are just
exactly.
going into a plane from there. But UK used to be in the like Schengen visa thing, so it says it's fine as long as I have a visa for that country because it applies to most of them. It used to apply,
Yeah.
anyways. I don't
Is
know.
It should
is
still
there,
be
like,
fine.
Is there someone you can phone at the airport and ask them?
No, because there's literally no information. Like, nobody knows what the heck is going on until you actually go. Last year I was like, not even sure if everything was correct, but it was correct somehow. And then I had to make my way from London to Birmingham at like 12 p.m. in the morning, and then these guys just walked up
Yeah,
to me, and I'm
you
like,
were a zombie.
no, these guys just walked up to me randomly at the street, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get mugged. And then this guy's like, oh, look at the hat.
To be fair, you were wearing the stupid hat. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, can we look at the hat? And then they saw it was yellow, and they're like, oh, you're king of place. I don't remember where I exactly was, but they declared that, gave me back the hat, and run away. I don't understand.
Are you gonna wear the hat again this year?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I'm gonna wear
yeah.
that.
Damn. I mean, my gimmick is just gonna be wearing a bunch of stupid meme T-shirts, so I guess everybody's got their own, right?
You came in with a shirt that had that stupid face printed on back
It
and
was
front.
the
You don't get
best.
to
I'm-
complain.
I'm gonna wear that again. I got a bunch of new
Please
ones
do.
too, so
God.
I'm ready. I'm ready for
you
like
gonna
a bunch
vlog?
of meme shirts. I will try. Like I wanted.
I would love to
was.
watch
I was
that.
tempted to. Problem is, like, I could only use my phone for it, and
Oh.
that's gonna be a little iffy.
Dude, I would
My phone
love
does
to
record
watch
at 60
ICT3
FPS though.
vlogs because I can't go myself, so I just want to see what people are doing there. That's so lonely,
Oh, the
but
merrier.
Oh, go.
Yeah,
Trust me,
I've
you
been
will enjoy
tempted.
coming here this year. Okay, I'm bringing in like my country's special drink thing. It's a fermented milk with salt, and
What?
you all have
Is
to
that
drink
that
it.
weid salty white
Yeah,
liquid you
all,
keep
all of
talking
all of
about?
you have to drink it. I'm gonna bring a galloon of it, and all of you have to drink that weird stuff, and then tell me what you feel about it.
Okay,
I'm
Teemo's
gonna
way
take it
up
out
nice,
during
that's so
lunchtime.
nice.
You better make me do that when I'm already drunk as fuck, anyways. So I don't really have to taste it anymore. You know, at that point, like everything's just gonna be the same for me, anyways. I'd love to just have no memory of it, right? That's really what it boils down to.
Oh, prepare to suffer, my dude.
Yeah, I don't.
You'll have no memory
I
of
don't
it
actually
at
know.
the time, but I'm sure Peter will vlog it.
Oh yeah, Peter will definitely vlog.
Yes.
He's got an upgrade to his camera. He got like
Oh,
an even
no.
more bumpy mic on
I
top
wonder
now.
how Peter's gonna react to the drink thing. Like, he's
Peter's
either going to
going
be
to-
disgusted or he's just gonna chug it down and be like, more!
I mean, if there's any alcohol in it, he will probably just like inhale it.
The drink won't even be near him. He'll just take a deep breath and it all just go in his mouth.
Yeah, like he might be 3'8", but at least, you know, he's like a vacuum for fucking alcohol.
I thought he was 4'8". Is he getting smaller?
Yeah, no, we had the bit that like for every $100 donated during the charity stream, he would be another inch shorter.
Nice. I'm not going to be the
I mean,
shortest one
he's
there.
probably like 2-inch tall at this point, but you know, we got to be a little bit reasonable.
Okay, Peter.
Just
I
a
forgot
little
what he
bit.
looks like.
Oh,
Wait, let me find
you'll
it.
see.
You'll
Take a
know
look.
him when
I
you
can't
see
Look
him.
around
go.
then.
I can't go because I'm studying.
Fair enough, dude.
Yeah.
Astral
enough.
project over here.
Exactly. Just like have an out of body experience, and then
Okay, let me find
it's
it.
easy, really. Anybody can do it. It's not-
Rapids one was interesting. Huh, let me find-
completely easy. But yeah, like I'm excited. I'm gonna be arriving at the first day. I don't even know what people do on first day. I think it's just setup day and stuff. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'll see how much vlogging stuff I can do. I'm also paying like $160 for airport parking for my car. That's gonna be great. Because I was dumb. I didn't book a parking spot for my car early. So now I have to pay like $160 for like 5 days, but it's my own fault, really. I can't complain.
That's
But at least,
why
you know-
I get the train, even though I have my own car. Just finding parking spots is just too much hassle.
That's the thing, it wouldn't even work here, because there's no train station in my village. I'd have to drive to the nearest town anyways, so I might as well just drive to Frankfurt right away. It's just no big difference at that point. It's probably more convenient that way, and then, you know, I mean, I could get a taxi, but a taxi's probably going to cost me $80 each way anyway, so at the end of the day, really, it's whatever.
I mean, we
Yeah,
have
I'm
a train
hype.
station in my town, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It just takes forever to get anywhere, so I basically have to get a bus into the town over.
Yeah, public transport here is really bad. I don't like public transport here at all. It's just really unreliable, really bad. They only like, obviously because there's a lot of schools around here. Like even though these aren't necessarily school buses, what they do for most bus lines is they just have them around school times. So in the morning they go when school starts, and then in the noon they, you know, return whenever school ends. And between those times, like between like 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. there are no buses at all. There's just nothing, because nobody needs a bus at that time. Everybody else just drives a car.
Oh god.
It's a little, you know, a little inconvenient if you don't have a car, basically.
I've made sure to check this year when the last bus to my town is, because last year I got into Derby and there were no buses going to my town. So I had to get a bus into Nottingham and then from there get a bus into my town. And the bus was full of
Jeez.
drunk people and it was bad.
Oh, of course.
Oh, speaking of going back experiences, back when I was like near Birmingham, I at London, I couldn't find my exact place to go because, you know, it's my first time in there. I had to wait next to a McDonald's for like 30 minutes until my uncle arrived to pick me up back home. And before that time, I had like 5 different hobos walk up to me and ask him for money. One of them told me he was so hungry if I didn't give him money, he would eat me.
Wow.
That sounds about right.
I can believe that.
It was just the weirdest experience
Was
I
he-
ever had.
Was he capable of speaking the English language correctly? Because
Yeah.
I know British people struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah,
Yep,
it
we
was-
don't-
wasn't right.
No, please.
Don't bring it back.
Hey up me duck.
Don't bring back the memories.
Yup, me duck. Jesus.
Hey up me duck. Gives a shag.
Stop!
So,
I'll stab
we're
you.
already gonna be talking about Blapature a little bit as well. Like, yes, this is a thing we already talked about a little bit on the last podcast, however long that was ago. And we kind of joked about it a little bit, but yeah, Hamaji, you're like a part of Blapature, right?
Yes.
How's it feel to be left out of every event because you went on holiday?
It sucks, man. Honestly, I was crying in the caravan. I'm no joke. I was crying in the caravan. I teared up a bit, and my parents were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
Aw.
But that was about it.
Fuck you, we're on holiday. No tears. Only
I
happiness.
want to raise money for children, and they're like, "No, no children."
Oh my god. Dude, I can relate to that so much. Our cultures are very similar with parent
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude, oh
So
my god.
dumb.
But hey, I bonded
You're
with my
not allowed
family
to enjoy
slightly.
yourself.
I slapped my brother, which was great. He was being a douche.
Hell
So-
yeah. What's it like to be a part of the most prestigious TF2 group of people? Clearly.
Pretty good. It's just I don't
Prestigious.
think anybody knows I'm in it, which is pretty funny. But
Yeah,
it's
well,
cool.
We
I get
kind
to
of did
They
forget
know for
to
a second
announce.
time now, in case they didn't know before.
I get to send memes here, and everyone's
We
like,
can't kick him out before he realizes.
"Shit."
It's like our induction process really just involves messaging people like, yo,
Dude, yeah, I got
Wanna
like
be a
3
part of
messages
Blap?
from like Spiky, from Mike. What's his name again? Wait, Spiky. Wait, shoot.
Michael.
No, it's
Michael
not Michael.
Spikel.
Oh,
Spikel Michael. That's his name.
I forgot his name. It starts with a J or something. No, L. Also, Pyrojo's hot.
What are you on about?
What?
Dude,
Like,
have you
you
seen
okay?
you guys
Pyrojo's
are talking
Twitter?
about something random, now you jump to Joe.
I should
Pyrojo's so hot.
Are
He's
you
so
okay?
hot. Dude, have you seen Pyrojo's face? I'm gay. I'm gay.
Yeah?
I'm gay. I'm gay.
So what?
Also, yes,
So- so what?
Blapature Go is cool. Yes, but Pyrojo is hot.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Chat.
It's getting awkward fast.
It got real awkward, hasn't it?
He's so hot.
Too bad Joe isn't here to defend himself, or
Defend. He should be
What?
flattered.
Defend himself.
Defend
Or, I mean-
himself.
Extremely straight male finds him hot.
yeah, I mean that's kind of odd, don't you think? Just
Can't
a
you
little.
find other men good? Okay, you know what? Let's Spikel my.
You-
If
You
you're
can
gay, of course,
appreciate-
yeah.
You
I'm
can
not gay, I'm
appreciate how
serious.
someone looks without necessarily being like properly attracted to them. You can find something aesthetically pleasing.
I guess.
Yes, I
Like
like.
the
fair.
pleasing male.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
think-
it's like
Uh,
I don't like dresses, but if I see a dress that looks nice, I can say that dress looks really nice.
So yeah, I don't like guys, but if I find a guy that looks
What's
nice,
your-
I can say he looks
What's your
nice.
aesthetic? My aesthetic is Pyro
I
Joe.
his
Just the wallpapers of his picture.
Oh no! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch me.
No! Why?
I mean,
Why would you
That's
do
Whole
that?
taking it too
tea.
far.
Print how
That's
many?
taking it too far.
He's just gonna-
38 copies.
Like, you're just gonna invite him to your house one day. He's just gonna walk into your room. Wallpapers are Pyro Joe. Your bed is a
Yeah,
Pyro
when
Joe.
When are we
color
making
or
a
black?
Blapature
No,
gaming
color,
house?
please. I like. Yes, thank. 38 copies.
He's gonna just run away.
Alright,
Blapature gaming house when I'm
I
up
gotta
for
get
it,
the
boys. I'm up for it when. Oh my god, he's actually going to get the copy. So.
Oh god.
I'm
Honestly,
like-
Blap House would unironically be the best.
It would also be the worst, but yes.
It would be the burst.
Kinda, I guess. Oh, that's
How
unfortunate.
many times can we get? Can you shut up? I'm trying to live stream in the Blap House.
Oh, you know, I'll be the loudest if we ever do that. I will just be screaming.
If anyone
profusely
has a
all the time.
webcam, I would just be sneaking up behind people constantly.
I want you to learn neighbors call the cops because we are weird as fuck.
Hey, that's why you just get your own house, you know? Just build your own house,
Wow.
easy. To be honest,
just like
no problem.
Fortnite.
I mean,
Um,
at this point, RT could probably pay for
Yeah.
it. Let's be real.
Article design as well, considering how many times he played Sims on
Oh yeah,
live
he
stream.
knows a lot about house design.
We're gonna die in 1 hour.
I mean, as long as he plays a part in it as well, I don't think that would be much of a problem. But yeah, yeah, like I don't know, like I would totally be up for it. The problem is obviously like everybody, including me, is like busy with useful stuff in life, like studies and all that and that jazz, you know. So
Yeah.
I really. It's on the horizon. I would love to do it someday. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna stop being friends over the next 5 years, hopefully. But you never know.
I might randomly decide I don't like one person again.
It's just the usual thing, really.
I'm like a bad smell. You can't get rid of me.
What?
She's like a gremlin. She's gonna like hook herself to
I
your
said,
ankles.
I'm like a bad smell. I linger, and you can't get rid of me.
That
I mean,
sounds.
just get an AC.
Oh,
Easy, dude.
Frick. Alright. Well, Chloe's gonna kill me.
So she leaves once I go to shower. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, good idea. Showering is always a good idea. I can attest to that. Showering is a good idea. You should always
I don't
shower.
even like wash myself. I just lie down on the floor and just think of what a piece of shit I am. Just let the water hit my face.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's what I do.
But you can.
I just lie down on the
Dude,
shower
I
and just think.
I have several questions. I have several.
What?
First of all, you can lie down in your shower.
I mean, yeah, right?
Your shower is big
No.
enough so you can lie down.
Ah,
on it.
okay, well,
like,
that's
like flat, all limbs stretched.
Okay, well, I mean, of course my leg has to like my
Okay,
legs
I
have
was
to like
about
go
to
in
say.
a bit. It's not. Yeah, I don't go in
Like-
a starfish shape and just go. Oh no, but yeah, I just
I was
drown
wondering, like, what
myself.
kind of luxurious shower do you have?
This is
The,
not
the
That's
bad.
only
insane.
showers that you can really do that in is ones that are basically bathtubs as well.
Oh yeah, those.
I guess, or like they're just really big.
We
Like
don't
there
have
are
that
some
in
very
where I
big
am.
walk-in showers.
I can
I've
barely
only
fit
ever
in my
seen
shower.
like tiny
Look
ones.
at you luxurious people.
It's the tall being tall. It's just how it is, Teemo.
Actually, wait,
Just
Teemo, are you tall?
should have had different genes. Should have been not as tall. Like just grow shorter, lol.
Wait, how tall
It's
is
that
Teemo?
easy.
Grow
What
shorter.
I do?
That doesn't
It's
work.
pretty easy.
Wait, how tall is Teemo?
Just cut off your legs. He's really tall.
Yep.
It's like 185 or something.
Wait, Chloe, how tall? Oh,
189,
never mind.
I
Sorry.
think.
189 even. Jesus, yeah, it is real
What's
tall,
that,
dude.
Hamaji?
What? No, nothing. Surny, how tall are you?
I'm 179.
Okay, all right. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, like I'm getting suspicious now. You're asking the height of like all the boys. You are calling Pyro Joe hot, ignoring Chloe.
Okay, no, I'm not gay. Please, I'm not gay.
And there were these pictures of you, you know, saying you were so thick.
How tall are you, Hamaji, huh?
Yeah, Hamaji.
I'm so 160 something. 165? 166?
He's still taller than Peter Scraps.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I'm
Still better than
taller
that.
than Peter Scraps now.
Yeah, it's. I think almost everybody is taller than Peter Scraps.
He's negative heights with the amount that's been donated.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to be taller than Peter Scraps.
Me and Kai aren't the shortest anymore.
How about that TF2? We like TF2, right? You guys play TF2 sometimes. We pretend to like that game. We kind of
It's okay.
enjoy it.
Alright, that video
It's
game.
been kind of a little bit of a dry streak recently, hasn't it? There's not much happening in the game. They keep adding medals to the game, and we keep not handing them out. But besides that, like,
I was going to
there's
say that
nothing
seems
going
to
on.
be like what the majority of recent patches have been. Do we call them patches? Because they're not really updates. It's just added medals.
Yeah, they're just
and that's basically it.
bug fixes and medals. Yeah. This is really it. The reason I'm bringing it up is because a lot of people, especially when I stream, always ask me, "Oh, what are your expectations for the upcoming heavy update thingy, or what are your hopes for it?"
We've still
have
got
no
like
idea.
3 years for that.
First of all, yeah, it's gonna take ages. Secondly, Valve has said us jack shit. Like the only thing we know is that it might come out.
Yeah.
That's the literal only thing we know. And then it's like, I mean, the next thing after that is usually that I make the joke, "Oh, you mean the heavy update that came out in 2008? I can go over the patch notes if you want to." And then I pull up the update page and I pretend that it's an update that released today, even though it came out 10 years ago. But you know, that's a great joke. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea where TF2 is going, and I don't really mind personally. Like, I'm okay with the way that the game is right now. To be fair,
I completely gave up on trying to speculate for stuff. Before Pyro update, everyone was asking me like opinions and ideas on how to buff the Pyro, and I was giving a lot of like good ideas that could make the class fun, and also at the same time a little bit more powerful because it's the second worst class in the game, obviously. And then Val just announces like, "Hello, we broke Pyro. It's brain dead easy and just as shit, but it's easier to kill idiots." And then everyone complains about it, and a week later I'm like, okay, I hope they fix this and make Pyro better. And they're like, "Oh hi, we broke both Pyro's arms and legs. You can't play him anymore. Enjoy." And then they're gone. They haven't said anything since.
would you say though that post Blue Moon Pyro is still better than Pyro was before Jungle Inferno?
Depends on, like, if you're talking about flame mechanics and air blasts, kind of.
People actually
But-
set on fire now. Flame particles are actually reliable.
Yeah,
for once.
flame particles don't, they deal less damage than before. You need to reach peak DPS, you need like just a little bit time, and that certainly doesn't happen in a competitive setting because bap, you're dead. That's how Pyro works. Now, Panic Attack is kind of cool, and the Jetpack is kind of cool. They have their uses, but they kind of just killed a lot of play styles with the recent changes. Like, Extincture is bad ever since they changed it so it doesn't crit anymore, and then they've been tinkering with it. It's just not good. You're not gonna get a flame, flare, crit combo. That's just not going to happen. Like, I don't know what kind of world they live in, but Pyro dies in like 0.6 seconds. Scott comes in, shuts once, 0.6 seconds to wait, and then shoots twice, and it's dead. Pyro needs buffs in different direction. It's a little bit better, yeah, but it's still garbage. If you upgrade my trash can to a trash can with a sticker on it, I'm still gonna complain that it's a trash can.
But it's got a nice sticker
it's
on
got
it.
a nice sticker on it. I don't see what
Pyro
it's
is
saying.
just
Yeah, you can
really
get this.
bad.
Really, like, all that Valve really cares about is that you buy cases and unbox skins. Let's be real. That's all that matters.
Does anyone
They don't
still
care about
do
the
that?
pounds. Oh, people still do that. Yeah, definitely.
I
mean, we unbox crates
I want,
for the
I
charity.
want them to make another war paint case because I like want maybe they will add my war paint, maybe ?
That's extremely selfish. Wow.
That's it. That's all I'm looking
Unbelievable.
forward to. Just another war paint case on the off chance that they add it.
Unbelievable.
Very
How
cool.
selfish. You know, your warpaint is one of the better looking ones on the workshop that I've seen.
Thank
There's
you.
lots of good looking warpaints on the workshop
There
as
are
well.
some really
Like,
nice ones.
I
it's
still
crazy.
want team like featured ones, like the big teams
It's
ones to start having like
yeah, that would be
Valve
great.
tournaments.
Like I've been also making this joke, oh, Valve have been awfully quiet for a long time now. What if they just come out of nowhere like next week and they're like, all right, boys, here's a big update. Heavy, he's getting like 5 new weapons. Here's like 15 new war paints. Also, you know what? We're hosting a $100,000 major tournament for TF2. And just slap the dick on the table and they're like, yep, this is what we want. TF2 is not dying. We've been quiet for like 17 months, but here you go. Competitive matchmaking is suddenly extremely good. That's how it goes. Easy game.
How optimistic are you?
Dude, that's always like just a glimmer, It's a glimmer of optimism. It's a joke for the most part.
But to be fair, like with the gunmetal update, we'd had basically nothing for ages, and people were saying, "Oh, the game's dead," and then out of nowhere, they just introduced that was when they introduced war paints and contracts and everything, and nobody expected it.
Everyone was like, with CSGO now, lol. They should just do what we have in Dota 2 for tournaments, really. Like, the community can easily fund this. In Dota 2, we have a thing called Battle Pass. And before tournaments, they release those things. And you can buy it, you can level it, you can just buy extra levels, treasures, then new cosmetics that are only tied to that season. And 75% of, I think 75% of all the money spent to our Battle Pass items go towards funding the tournaments, and then every single time we end up $24 million this year. It's still going up.
It's so good.
And
it's a good system.
We can easily do that. We have a community that would fund this, but I guess the Valve is just like, what if it doesn't work? I guess that's not what they.
Why not try?
Yeah, they're just scared. They're just scared of investing into an 11-year-old game that has 10 people working on it. Because it's it ties into the open doors policy they have, right? Why would somebody want to invest work, time, money, or whatever into a 11-year-old spaghetti code game if you can instead work on the shiny game that has a multi-million-dollar tournament and is one of the biggest esports out there, or if you can spend time on the fancy VR stuff, or on the new Steam UI, or on, I don't know, any of the games they're probably developing behind the scenes,
That's also one of the things that was posted on Reddit. Apparently an ex-Valve employee leaked some stuff about it, and what happens is they get some of these bonuses, extra cash for working on something new and getting something new up, but they don't get any cash for keeping whatever code they had up for a past thing. We see this especially in Dota with old cosmetics. They don't even update it. There's a fucking sword for Juggernaut that's still 2 polygons from Source 1 days, years ago, because nobody wants to update it. You don't get paid extra. It could be the same case for TF2. There could be the same issues going on for TF2. They just don't want to come into and work for TF2 because they don't get extra monies. And there's also purges that happen, according to that person, that if you don't work on something new and shiny for too long of a while, you get booted from the Valve office. But it just sounds a lot more emotional than a lot more reasonable. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't think I buy that getting booted thing, because people like Eric or Jill have probably been working on TF2 for the entirety that they've worked on at Valve, or at least for the past 10 years. Some of them, at least. I think Eric, for instance, Eric Smith, he's been working on TF2 since the launch, right? He's one of the few developers that's still around. So I don't believe that they boot people for not working on new stuff.
Those people might just be mean because they are super veteran.
Maybe
people.
Also because they're veterans. That could also be the case. But yeah, there's also an interesting thing. When Valve launched a new website, they were hiring new people. So you never know. Maybe. But yeah, it's just realistically, there will be updates for TF2. There's gonna be something for Halloween. I'm certain there's gonna be something. They're gonna probably do the old thing again of just oh yeah, let's take a couple maps from the workshop, let's take some cosmetics, maybe even skins if they're that risky, and put them on the Halloween contracts, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go, 2 weeks worth of Halloween content.
Hell yeah.
It's realistically gonna work. I don't mind that approach, because there are good maps out there that people make, and they're gonna be looking good. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a new boss again for Halloween for once. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna be special, I'd argue. It's been a while, Valve. It's been a while. You never know. And then we're probably getting something for Christmas too, right? We're probably gonna get something more festive skins, more new skins. Yeah, that's probably realistically what the next few quote-unquote updates are gonna be. But as far as big changes go, I have no fucking clue what to expect. And I don't really mind if we get nothing, because I'm okay with the way the game's right now. Like, balance-wise, most things are balanced. I'm okay. The game isn't too buggy right now.
Pub-wise, yeah, but there's still like Scott and Sniper Spirity and competitive.
Yeah, obviously. There's still a few small issues, but for the most part, like, in general, in terms of balance and stuff, the game is actually pretty well balanced now.
I would accept, honestly, a big optimization update, just something to make the game run a bit smoother.
That is just not happening, because if they were to, optimize anything, that means they also need to optimize every single hat in the game, and that is just not happening. That's the reason why we haven't moved to Source 2 as well, because they can't be bothered to just add all of the hats back to another, entirely new coding. It just can't be asked.
Yeah.
That'll take so long that it'll take an update's time. And by that time, people are going to be like, oh, what is this? Just Source 2 update? I'm leaving this game. That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Where's my new hats, Valve?
It's just such a shame that even on good computers, you often need a config in order to have a stable game.
Yeah, it's
really
so dumb. It sucks.
Sad, really, considering the game came out 11 years
I
ago.
could run Overwatch while rendering a video. TF2, I can't even run it with having Google Chrome open. It's so dumb.
I have an Epic gaming laptop and I have to have a config.
It's real dumb. Oh, no computer woes. Yeah, my PC had some issues last week. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
But you fixed it, right? You got rid of the RAM stick or something?
I got rid of the stick of RAM that was broken, and I'm gonna send... this is convenient, actually. I'm going to LAN next week. I'm just gonna send back the kit, because I have to send back both sticks regardless. I'm just gonna send back the kit, while I'm at LAN. Because then I won't have to use my PC anyways, because I'm gonna take my old PC with me to Birmingham. I don't care if that shit breaks. It's worth $200 anyways. It can run TF2. That's all that really matters. So that's good in my book. So I can just send that back while I'm not at home, which is really convenient.
Wow.
And then hopefully get a replacement when I arrive again the week after.
That's pretty good.
And just actually have all of my RAM to use, because that would be great. It's really noticeable after a while how much your PC slows down from just having its RAM halved. Even though 8 gigabytes is probably still a lot to a lot of people, when you're used to 16, and when also lots of your processors are used to having 16 gigs, having half of that is bad, especially single channel. That's not good. It's not good. Not good at all. Just saying. For anybody building a PC, make sure your RAM doesn't break. I mean, you can't really have an impact on it. It just happens. But yeah. I'm glad it's only the RAM, because I was scared, while troubleshooting, that it could be, the motherboard being broken or something. That would have been real bad. That would have sucked a lot. I'm glad it's only the memory. You don't need to know a lot about computers to be happy in life, Teemo. It's the simple things that matter.
Please help. Medical knowledge is just being shot into my brain. That's all I know.
Hey man, this is the way it goes. How was summer for you guys? How did summer go for you guys? Because it's basically over, right? We're in the middle of August now. It's soon to be over.
I hope it warms up again, for this weekend. I want it to be warm again. Not hot, just warm.
It's decently warm right now. It's just not too hot.
I've done a lot of self-improvement stuff over the course of summer, really. I decided to get a proper schedule so I can do live streams. I also... I'm setting up for a student congress, where I'll be presenting a topic. I'm super excited about that as well. And at the same time, I have been going to gym, because I'm tired of just sitting around all day.
That's good. I'm proud of you. Discipline, not motivation. Please.
I'm
no, really.
I'm only not going to a gym because it costs money. That's the only reason I went to gyms. I just work out at home.
Do it at home.
I just work out at home.
Good.
It's free, yeah.
It's good.
I
just work out with my own body weight. No, I don't even need any weights, dude. If I need a weight, just fill a backpack with old books. I still have those. I've not been in school for 5 months now, but I still have the old books. I can use those for something useful, right?
Alright, you guys actually had Surny turn robot.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I did turn robot. My internet cut out for a split second. It didn't cut out, but it went bad for a split second.
Well, we didn't have physical education at our school. At physical education, that we just sit down and read books or prepare for the exam, because the way university stuff works here is that we go into this huge ass exam with 500 questions, and then we are there for 6 hours or something like that. And then how well you do in that exam determines like what school you are gonna get to. And medical is super high up there. I'm glad I managed to make it. That was just, I lost a lot of hair.
Wow.
That's interesting. Did you eat soy?
What? No.
Are you on a soy diet?
I was not.
You know, people are like really antsy about soy when it comes to that. To that stuff. For some reason, they're like, "Oh yeah, soy turns you into a fucking woman if you eat it."
People are.
What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Can
sorry.
confirm.
What is happening?
What?
Why are you so excited about it?
Dude, soy milk is pretty good though. Soy milk is pretty good.
There has soy milk is a really bad item. It reduces your damage and gives you a lot more fire rate. Why would you use it?
I get the reference. I get it.
I don't get it. I'm so lost.
That's an epic gaming reference. I like it.
God.
But like that okay, so I took a lot of nutrition classes since I'm at a veterinary medicine university. We know exactly how much you need to sustain yourself, exactly how much you need to sustain yourself and produce more. And like a lot of people are like, oh, all they think about food is food, eats, satisfied, done. There's a lot more to nutrition than that. Like there's a certain amount of proteins you need to take. There's a certain amount of carbohydrates you need to take, and that just sets up a lot of stupid diets to be bad. You don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna eat vegetables for 2 weeks and survive on that. That just doesn't work.
It's a bad idea.
If you eat
Sounds
a
like
pizza
a bad idea to
and
me.
then eat a vegetable, you can confuse your body because there's like a
No.
clash between it being healthy and
Yeah, it cancels
unhealthy,
out.
and it's like you haven't eaten at all.
Yeah,
make
it
your
cancels
face
out.
small.
That's great.
Infinite eating.
On
Hat.
another note, I ate 3 pizzas this week.
How?
I don't know, just for lunch.
Is that good or
Like
bad?
I just went to on Monday. I just went grocery shopping. I bought like a pack of frozen pizzas. I was
Oh,
like, well, I'm
you
gonna need to eat something for
disgust me.
lunch.
Oh, I thought you
Frozen
said free
pizzas?
pizzas.
What the hell?
What do you
Jesus.
mean? They were good. They were good frozen.
But not
pizzas.
frozen. If
Frozen
there's
pizza
any
are good,
pizza
but
you want to
obviously I
eat, the
don't
one with
eat them while
pineapples
they're-
on top. Those are good. Pineapple pizza.
I don't eat them while they're frozen, but still, you know.
Are you
Why
just
not?
saying,
The
no, you're
crunch
one
is
with
the
the
best bit.
pineapple?
Pineapple pizzas are the best.
I'm gonna
Sometimes
ignore the
when
pineapple
my
part because it
pizza
just
doesn't
sparks.
have pineapple, I buy a pineapple and put it on top.
I'm sorry, Surny. The
I'm gonna
comments on
kill
your
you.
video are going to be full of comments about pineapple on pizza.
But yeah, how's
I'm
your
okay
summer
with that.
been?
Hot. I've been inside like all summer.
Yeah,
I didn't go outside. Like the only times I've left the house were literally just to go grocery shopping or like take a package to the postal office, and that's literally it.
I just remember
Um,
you posting that video on Twitter after like a lot of like hot days. Just like a storm coming in.
Yeah, and then it rained for like 20 minutes, and then the sun came out.
It was like, psych, bitch!
Yeah,
I spent
it
3
wasn't
weeks
really
editing
great.
that damn Medic Mains video. Can't even.
I-
I can't
It's a
even
really
look
good
at
video,
my.
though.
I can't even look at my computer anymore. I
Have
hate.
you spent 6 months working on a video though?
No, everyone thinks I have, but I haven't. If I spent 6 months on it, it wouldn't be like half as trash as it could have not been.
Wow.
Wow, rude.
Stop
So-
the fucking imposter syndrome, dude. It's kicking in. It's kicking in. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm in this weird place right now when it comes to videos, right? Because I still want to make videos, and I'm sitting on like
Yes.
6 or 7 different VODs of streams that I want to turn into videos right now, right? And I've worked a little bit on one. It's about like, because the problem is, more specifically, for instance, one of them, I want to make a video out of all the Hyperlight Drifter I played on stream. And I have a very specific idea in mind as to what I want to do. The problem is I have to go through about 14 hours worth of footage.
Ooh.
Ooh,
It takes a long time. I'm about like a third through with that. So yeah,
Well,
it's
but once you finish videos, they are
quite something.
really, really good. Like the last time you made the video with the, TFT in 2018 one.
That was.
That was
yeah,
actually-
obviously
That was
that took
my
me ages to make though.
that was my motivation to, get out from my ass and stop being lazy and get that video that I want to get out, the update video, the other video afterwards, and another video after the weekend Teemo Lander stuff. I got all that out because I got motivated from the video because it was so fucking well made.
You don't know how much laziness went into that video. Like the first drafts and planning ideas for that video started all the way back in February.
Yeah.
That's when I
can
like
relate to
first
that.
was like, okay, I want to make this video. And then like at the beginning of March, I like started sitting down and trying to note down a script that has obviously evolved like many different times over the month. Eventually at like, I think at the end of May, I started recording the script. and then I had to re-record certain lines because they were timely references in those lines, and was like, okay, well, this video is clearly not coming out within the next 2 weeks. I need to re-record these lines so they don't reference things that happened in April, because that doesn't make any fucking sense anymore. So I had to re-record some lines again, and like as far as recording footage and stuff goes, I think I actually physically started editing the video in like June. And then, you know, I had to, like, I was able to get it out like a week before the Blap Bash, so yeah. That video took me ages.
I don't get how you guys can just edit stuff for that long and stay focused on it. I just have like a really bad attention span when it comes to creating projects. I just work on it really fast and finish it really fast. If I have to sit 8 hours without doing nothing but editing the video, I will do that. But then, like, I don't want to do it again if I don't finish it in one sitting. That's same for everything, really. Even at like university, I'm like, I'm gonna finish half the fucking book today, and I do that.
That's me when I hyper focus. If I'm not hyper focusing, I just can't. I just don't do it.
That sounds like a spell you would cast as a mage on yourself.
Hyper focus.
That's what I do. It's an ADHD thing. I'll just sit there and I'll just completely tune out everything around me, and it's like, oh, I've been drawing for 4 hours straight. I didn't even realise. I've suddenly only just now realised I'm starving.
You're a dwarf wizard.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes as well when I edit. Like, I just sit there editing, and then like, oh, look, it's 5 p.m. I got up like 6 hours ago and I had breakfast. I haven't eaten anything since. I should probably eat something.
Alright, I still haven't eaten anything. Right.
Yeah, like it's when working on big projects like that, what it really boils down to for me is like, I just have a vision in my head of what I want the video to be, and I just work towards that at every given point. And every single clip I edit needs to serve a purpose of fulfilling that vision in my head. That's why I like made sure that almost every single clip in the video had some form of editing in it that I was confident with. And I knew that like some of those clips, yeah, they would take me hours to edit. It's a 2-second little clip, and I don't care that it takes me 2 hours to make, because it's gonna look good when it's done. That's what it usually boils down to.
Yep.
I was considering just learning SFM, like learning SFM for that video as well, but it would have probably taken it another 2 months to come out. And I really couldn't be arsed to do that at that point, so I just left it at that. But yeah,
Laser Purple is bringing out the inner editor out of all of us.
He really is.
I mean, you can always get other people to do it for you.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing.
Yes.
I asked my thumbnail artist for a few stills from SFM because, you know, his workflow is probably a lot faster than mine. It's just how it goes. So yeah, that's what that boils down to.
Lazy Purple though, my god, he's crazy.
He's a god. He's just a god.
It's
like whenever I see a video that's so well edited, I like that's the editing mind in my head just coming up, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that one? That's something I always look at whenever I see a well edited video, whatever it may be. I always look at it like, okay, that's a cool effect, but how did he do it? And then I try to run through my head like, okay, which effects in After Effects could I stack to recreate that if I wanted to? Interesting.
We should kidnap him next year to Blap.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he's up for it, sure.
So what's your name on Discord? What up for it? He doesn't get to have a choice. We just grab him in a bag, and then I just bring it out in front of everyone.
Offers.
Teemo just knocks him out with his smell.
We just abduct you. Like if we tell you that you're in Blap, then you are in Blap now. That's how it works. Like there's no questions. There's no asking.
It is.
You can't answer no, basically, right? There's no.
Actually, yeah, that's true. I felt kind of trapped.
It's like the index box, like the pop-up comes up, and it's like, do you want to join Blap? And there's just an okay button. There's no like yes or no. There's just an okay button.
What?
You can only click okay.
Inside the area. I remember when I was just first forming Blap, and I would just message all of you guys like, "Oh, join Blap." I never say, "Do you want to join Blap?" I just say, "Join Blap."
Yeah, wow. Thanks for inviting me, man. I appreciate it.
And then I was upset with a few members, and I booted them. I have issues.
That's what happens. That's what happens. I mean, many just left by themselves because they grew out of the game or something. That's fair too. You know, that happens. Oh well. That's how things go around here. That's what you say. Yeah. And then you're gonna get like 1 million subscribers for making Fortnite videos, and we'll speak again in like 15 years time when you're at your fan panel in like
my God,
X or some shit.
Funny.
Oh,
just get that far.
I spoke to RT and we agreed that if he makes a Fortnite video, we get to kill him.
Oh, God.
We've made the truce that nobody would ever make a Fortnite video and
We are
blow up off of it.
contractually obligated.
Well, I mean,
To not make
many
Fortnite
TFT
videos,
YouTubers
exactly.
have tried, and I don't think many of them.
Many of them have failed.
Apart from Musa, well, I guess Musa doesn't count, but yeah.
Yeah, Muso doesn't count because he wasn't really into TF2 by the time anymore.
Yep.
So yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Can't
Spiky,
believe
he left
Mikey definitely
Overwatch
tried,
with
and he got a
Fortnite.
lot of controversy.
Yeah, it was great.
It's
TF2 people are complaining that he left us for Overwatch, and then Overwatch players are complaining that he left
It's
them
amazing.
for Fortnite.
and then he starts making TF2 videos again on a second channel. And suddenly Overwatch is the one left in the dust, huh? It's almost like I told you that Overwatch would be a game that is extremely lacking in content. After like 2 years, people won't care about the game as much anymore, and that's
shallow.
exactly what's happening.
Yeah, the
It's
meta-wise,
unbelievable
it's just
that's
so
exactly
shallow.
what's happening. It's like I called it 2 years ago when the game came out, but oh well.
The meta is just entirely
Surny.
shallow, and then they're like, instead of fixing the meta, they're like, oh, look, we added a hamster! Yay!
Dude, he's so fun.
To
though.
be fair,
he's so fun.
He looks really fun.
He's
I haven't
so
gotten the chance to play him
fun.
yet
Oh
because
my
the
God.
last time I played Overwatch was like 2 months ago, and I played like custom games for 4 hours at 4 a.m. But that's like the only time I played Overwatch within the last year.
Dude,
I haven't
yeah, when
launched
you
it
get back
since.
to
I
dude,
haven't
he's so
reinstalled
good.
it.
He's so
I
good.
got
I haven't reinstalled it since I reset my PC again. So yeah, but he looks really fun,
He's so
even though the
fun.
character design is extremely dumb, obviously.
No,
played it
no.
when it was free, and
he's
then
so
I
fun.
got bored in an hour. I don't know, it's just not my type of game. It just doesn't feel like, you know,
Yeah, that's
there's
fine.
actual skill involved. It's like, I press button, person die because auto aim. Yay!
Yeah, the thing with Overwatch has always been for me from the start. I said this from the start as well. That's why I was hesitant to get it at launch as well. I only got it a little bit later because friends talked me into it. I was always like, yeah, but I don't see myself playing Overwatch for like 5,000 hours, right? Like, it's not going to be a TF2 replacer for me. It was never going to be. It was
Yeah.
going to be the game that, like, yeah, I can play this for like 200 hours maybe, and that's what I ended up doing. But it was never going to be the game that hooks me for the rest of my fucking life because it doesn't have as much content. It has like 10 maps. Maybe 15 by now. They have like 15 maps. Sure, they have an abundance of like almost 30 characters now, but it doesn't matter if half of them play the same way, and then, you know, half of them don't even make sense to play in the meta or whatever.
They're adding new characters when there are characters that have been in the game like since launch that still need tweaking, that still need lore. Zenyatta still
Exactly.
doesn't have lore, and they're like adding a hamster.
What's the lore behind the hamster, dude?
Oh, I
Nobody
forgot.
knows.
I know.
Nobody cares either, really.
It's
That's
like
right.
Adding lore.
I
Who
forgot,
cares?
yeah, whatever.
Who cares about lore, really? Let's be fair. At the end of the day, who gives a shit? Unless it's Dark Souls. Nobody cares about the lore.
They literally released the hamster so people couldn't make porn of it. But it wasn't
And
a
then
challenge,
people started
took
making
on
porn of
Boom.
it.
Yeah.
How could they not when that picture
How do
of
you-
the
how
hamster
do you-
and a
how do you do
banana
it?
already exists?
How do you do
How
what?
do you animate porn without going, what the fuck am I doing?
Extreme lack of self-awareness.
It's amazing
and
to me.
or-
When you think about, like, I mean, you like, it's just like, what the fuck? It's so, I don't know. I mean, I make stupid
It's,
shit on SFM, like RT game doing some weird shit, like him doing like crab walk
It's-
or whatever. But like, that is just a totally different thing, and it's so
Yeah, but here's the thing.
yes.
These people have Patreons, and they get paid a lot of money to
Wait,
do this. Oh, you'd be
Oh my
surprised.
God. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there's
my
a
new
lot
career.
of money in it.
How much do they make? Oh my, I need to find out.
Lots of money.
Patreon.
Like, many of them make thousands every month just animating Overwatch
Beowulf.
porn in SFM. Yeah.
That's
It's
why
really
they say
sad.
if you want if you want to like make it big as an artist, you have to just completely drop any sense of dignity and just draw furry porn. Just drop all your standards and draw
It's
furry
insane, but
Oh my
furries
God,
pay a
camel
lot for art.
position.
You
What?
know.
What the heck is this? Beowulf,
I
what are you
shouldn't have-
doing?
I shouldn't have made Hamaji look at this, should I?
Oh God,
He's
no.
He's
His
gonna
feeble
he's gonna
mind.
find him
What is
aesthetically
this?
pleasing as well now.
His feeble mind cannot handle what he's looking at.
Yeah,
So
it's aesthetically
disgusting.
pleasing for him.
My first animation in a wow. Okay, alright, quit Google.
Yeah, now here's the thing as well, like half of it is really poorly animated and really bad. But people are still somehow making money
That's
off of it, which is
amazing.
really sad.
That's so funny.
It's amazing, but it's also sad. It's extremely sad.
Wow.
All right, that's a great topic to close it out on, isn't it?
Indeed.
Pornography.
Oh.
It's almost like it's almost like it just turned into a stream of mine. Really, because that's all I ever talk about on my streams.
Overwatch and porn. Okay.
Mostly the second thing, really.
Why?
People just want to talk about that, you know, and then they just
Are they all
comes up.
insecure and come up to you to talk about it? What is with your
It's like it's just like a running gag that I just talk about things that nobody else talks about on my streams.
Running
Papa
gag.
Sony, I found my fetish today.
And then I go into really in-depth, like, you know, analysis behind it and stuff. It's really interesting.
What?
We had
And then people
Like, we
come
had
into the stream and go, what the hell is he talking about?
we had some. I mean, I'll bring this one up, right? I'll lovingly bring this one up on the podcast as well. A while back, we did some research on how much Rule 34 pornography exists for each Overwatch character.
Go on.
And which one has the most. And it turns out, I think the most is Mercy.
Right, yeah,
Does
obviously.
not surprise me.
Second is Diva, and third is Tracer.
No Widowmaker.
Not Widowmaker, no, which is very surprising.
What about
But
Hammond?
like, you know, it's that type of research, and then, you know, that's a fun fact for anybody that wonders. It's also, you know, another fun fact I brought up on stream yesterday, actually, is that TF2 porn did not used to be a thing before Overwatch porn became a thing.
That's not entirely true.
It wasn't as widespread, at least, you know, just
Chloe, explain.
I have my
just
sources.
as simple.
I remember one of the
Yeah.
guys posting that picture of like Scotum falling in an ad.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
What?
That's like one of the antique ones. But yeah, it didn't used to be as widespread or as common as it is now. Because it started really spiking after Overwatch came out, surprisingly.
Oh god, please.
Like becoming a
don't
lot
tell me
more widespread and common. Because people realized, like, after Overwatch came out, people realized, like, oh, I can use SFM to animate lewd stuff. Let's do this with TF2 as well. And it went downhill from there, really.
That's
God.
also already was
So
a thing
funny.
before
God.
Overwatch.
I could probably just do like a really bad ragdoll animation. It's like really bad. I wouldn't mind it. That sounds like fun. Or just Gary's mod.
Oh god, imagine.
Oh.
Imagine somebody
Gary's
animating Gary's mod.
That'd be
Oh, no.
amazing.
Like those rigid ragdoll Gary Smart anime. I actually want to see that now.
Okay, give me a second. Teemo. I'm just gonna put Teemo's name on it. So.
What did you just say?
sex Teemo. Alright.
Excuse
Surny,
me.
I'm gonna,
who's your main again?
Right
Excuse me?
click.
Who's your
I don't
main?
have a main.
Oh,
don't have
who do you
any.
like playing the most?
I play Scout the most.
Okay, give me alright, and then Teemo's Pyro. Okay, got it. Give me 3 minutes.
Oh god.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
sure.
I'm gonna ban him.
No!
mean,
Teemo, I'm sorry.
I think
Teemo,
while-
I'm sorry. I changed the name
While
to
Hamaji
Chloe.
goes off, and has whatever he's doing, it's been an hour. I think it's a good time to close it out. We've talked about stuff. We've talked about stuff on the Essentials platform, by the way. You know, you have to talk about. Thanks for coming to Essentials. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
They're never gonna let us back here again.
We talked about, you know,
Oh.
we just talked about the stuff we had to talk about. You know, Blap Bash, medals are coming out. Don't worry about that.
Yay.
Hyped for LAN, and yeah, we'll be catching you guys next podcast probably. Maybe same place, maybe same time. Who knows?
That's if they ever
We'll
let
have to
us
see.
back in.